Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream today. Here's the market. Sorry, I had Discord up there at first, but here we go, guys. Here's the market today. Tesla is having a pretty bad sell-off, if I have to say so. I mean, it's a pretty bad sell down. I know last week you guys asked me about Tesla a little bit, and I drew a drawing on my Tesla chart, and you can see here how I kind of drew it off to the downside, and we had that big gap down this morning. It's starting to look like that might end up playing out pretty well there. So, hey, I thought that was interesting to see that it was falling down as much as it was. But thank you for joining up, Jamie, George, Mike Chang, Bill W, Xbox, and BP. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I know the SPY has been absolutely nuts lately. We've been seeing it fly up, fly down, and honestly move all over the damn place over the past week or so. And that same thing happened today. So Friday, the SPY sold off at close in a huge way. It popped back up, and then now it's selling back off to the downside. So pretty insane movement today from the S&P 500 and just from stocks in general. Like I was showing, Tesla was having an insane move. I know oil stocks are going crazy today. Zom's gapping up, Oxy's gapping up, UUUU is gapping up. We're starting to see a lot of these stocks move back to the upside in a pretty big way. So very interesting there. I'm actually going to screenshot Oxy here because it is in such a good setup. I want people to be able to see this one as they look at it, but yeah, I'm just typing it out real quick. It's a crazy setup though, guys. I mean, look at that bounce off that pink support line or pink trend line. That's amazing. Wow, that's really cool though. That's seriously an amazing setup, guys. Like, it's just bouncing so many times off this trend line. We're coming up in a nice way. It's looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. Wow, that's an insane setup this morning, though. Seriously, on the 5-minute chart, that's probably one of the best ones out there. Of course, if you guys have anything you're watching, let me know and we can eye that up. But so far, Oxy, Zom, CVX, stocks like that have been absolutely on fire here so far this morning. Crude oil is popping up in a big way, too. It's actually up 5.9% on crude oil itself. So that's pretty nice to see. See a daily chart of crude. Wow, crude bounced right on support. Not another bad chart again. Another screenshot here. Pretty good setups though, guys. Those oil stocks are recovering back, and they're going to have some big news at the end of the week here, or in the middle of the week, I should say. On Wednesday, OPEC is going to meet to decide cutting output by over 1 million barrels per day against a backdrop of falling oil prices. So that would be insane. If they actually considered cutting output by over 1 million barrels, that would mean that the oil market could end up rising. So it just depends on what they do. If they cut production, keep in mind there will be less oil flowing onto the market, which then is going to make prices go up. If they raise production, it's going to flood the market with oil, and then oil prices are going to go down because there's too much oil on the market. So kind of interesting how that stuff works. It's honestly a very simple supply and demand curve. If you've taken economics or any like micro or macroeconomics. I can't remember which one it is. Maybe macro. I think that they talk about stuff like this quite a bit, but it's not bad. It's pretty easy to understand. Pretty much, if they cut oil, if they cut their output, that's going to make prices go up. If they increase their output, it's going to make prices go down. So whenever prices were on oil, were super high this year, and they were up around 120 and 100 and stuff like that per barrel, these countries were, or I should say OPEC, started finally increasing their production rather than cutting it. Whereas right now, with prices falling down, they want to cut production so that prices start to move back up a little bit. And, prices aren't really that low, but when you compare them to the past 10 years, they're kind of just right in the middle. So we need to find a good common ground on these oil prices and just stick there for a while, because it's been extremely volatile, which has been insane. Derek says, Tesla, what happened? I know, right, Derek? It was terrible. Xbox says IBM is below $120, but Tesla is the bad stock this morning. Let me pull up the Thinkorswim news tab right now, because it is just littered with stuff from Tesla here. Now, some people have been adjusting Tesla's price targets this morning, which it is what it is. Let me see what I have here. They reported some pretty good stuff with deliveries this weekend, guys. Let me get up the article real quick if I can get it on CNBC. Here it is. Third quarter production and deliveries report. So here's the exact numbers. They reported 343,000 deliveries and 365,000 vehicles produced during that quarter, which missed analyst expectations of 364,660 deliveries. So they did miss on that by about 21,000 right there. So not too bad, honestly, but it isn't good, though, to see that. Now, I will say I'm surprised that they fell off that much, because it's not like they missed expectations by a ton or anything like that, in my opinion. But, there is a lot of issues going on right now, obviously, and we have a lot of supply chain issues, production problems, and stuff like that. So to see Tesla come in a little bit negative, I guess, truly isn't the best there, but it happens, though. It's Tesla. Keep in mind, Tesla's very volatile. They're going to move up and down with these news reports, usually in pretty big ways, kind of like what we're seeing here. Even if it isn't necessarily justified, you will usually see some of those huge swings. And I cannot believe that at market open, Tesla's going even lower. We're down 8.77% to the downside. It's leading my watch list down, actually. It's falling more than Roblox, Rivian, and every other growth stock out there. So, wow. But yeah, talking about other growth stocks moving down, Roblox is down a ton too at open. That looks terrible, along with Rivian. Those two stocks are just dying today. But we do have some stocks up in the green. So, Walmart's up in the green, which is all right. They're up a little bit. We have CCJ up with the energy stocks, which is amazing. Microsoft's moving up a little bit with SPY today. Apple's trying to move up. It tried to move up at open. Now it's falling back off. I'm kind of curious if SPY is going to start selling back down or not, but we need it to start happening pretty soon, guys, if we're going to see the big move down that everybody's talking about. But I will say SPY popped up this morning, touched around 362. Now we're coming back down. We have to be careful of fake outs here, to the upside and the downside. I'm sure a lot of people are trying to play this up today and probably got rejected off that initial momentum. But I know also a lot of people who were playing this down from Friday. So very weird setup today. Keisha says, morning, let's go, Zom. Hell yeah, Keisha, let's go. And good morning, Keisha and Derek. I appreciate you guys joining up today. But yeah, the main thing with Tesla is those delivery numbers there. Obviously, it's causing a lot of volatility in the stock right there. Plus, they do have AI Day coming up, Derek, which, let me get you the exact day for that. Here, let's see. Oh, and maybe it already came out. Okay, it was over the weekend. AI Day happened over the weekend. I will say I was pretty busy this weekend, but wow, they're calling it Optimus by Tesla. Let's see this. This is Tesla's robot, guys. Wow, here, let's watch this.
The robot can actually do a lot more than we just showed you. We just didn't want it to fall on its face. So it's very clearly identifying objects. Like this is the object it should pick up, picking it up. So our goal is to make a useful humanoid robot as quickly as possible.
Wow, so that was pretty interesting, guys. Seeing that with Tesla. Hang on. Yeah, stop. Stop playing. There we go. Dang, CNN Business gets you hooked into the ads, it looks like, huh? But wow, yeah. So Tesla's robot seemed extremely interesting this weekend, but nonetheless, the stock did not like that movement. And as we can see, it's been extremely rough. Sal says, how's Oxy looking now? Looking amazing, Sal. We were talking about this one at open, and it was awesome. I mean, we've been eyeing it up today. Sal, look at this on the 1 hour chart. You can see there's been some amazing bounces here on this 1 hour, and it just looks fantastic, honestly, the way that it's moving like this. I love the way that this stock has been moving this morning and even over the past couple weeks. Like I've been saying, we're holding this trend line, and we've been holding it pretty strongly. It's honestly right on. Bounced off of it quite a few times, and now we're getting that good bounce back up. What I will say, though, is that now it's become overextended a little bit in the short term. But even with that, there is always the chance that the momentum can keep pushing it to the downside. But yeah, you just always have to be careful with those types of plays because it can be tough, as we know. As we know, it definitely can. But yeah, Oxy, SPY, CVX. It's insane to see how stocks are moving. Come on, Apple. Apple's trying to help out the market. It's just, it's having some trouble getting some momentum going today, but maybe once it gets going, it can start to climb up a little bit more. How's Meta today? Are they up in the green? A little bit. Let's see. Yeah, they're up a little. Nothing crazy, though. Definitely nothing crazy. I'm really, guys, I hate to say this, but I am really just kind of like waiting on the SPY to just break below 360 with a huge move. I don't know what's going to cause it. Maybe the jobs numbers at the end of the week. Maybe some bad stock movement here sometime shortly, but I'm really waiting for that SPY to start to sell back off. And if we look at this daily chart here, going back to October, September of 2020, those are the levels that we're starting to hit now. We're hitting at that high of September. So that's the high of September was right around 360. You could maybe say 359, 358, pretty much right around the low that just happened. It's not going to be exact. You got to give or take a couple dollars here, but I think that eventually we'll start to fall down below here and head back down to around 340 or so on that SPY. And some people think that's a crazy move. Honestly, that's only 2 days worth of movement over the past couple months. I mean, you know, it's really not that much. 340 it would just be a small drop on the SPY. Let's get the percentage here. Let's get the exact percentage on my other chart and see what it would be if we fell from where we are now down to 340. So if we went from where we are right here today, around 361, down to 340, that would be just another 5 to 6% drop. Now, from the high to the low already, the SPY has fallen around 25% plus. So, just over 25% on the SPY to the downside there. And I will say there's been a few big drops recently to the downside out of the market. We've been seeing quite a few. I actually bring one up here. So this is a picture I made in the Discord a while ago. It shows the previous drops. So we had the China issue a couple years ago with China tariffs and stuff. People probably remember that. That made the market take a 20% drop whenever all that stuff was going on with China. And then we took a 35% drop with, well, I guess you could say that was China as well, but with the COVID drop. So 35% drop there, 20% drop here. Now we're down 25% from highs. You know, like what are we going to do here? Are you guys going to take advantage or are you going to miss out? That's pretty much what I was saying there on this picture, because there's so many great plays at lows right now. You can start to grab some good stocks at low levels and possibly, you know, pick up some good plays here. But I am worried though about 360 holding up. Obviously, we have to have a solid break down below here, and this week I think is going to be the week where we finally see either that break or the move back up. So let's see some great movement though, guys. It's an insane market. Let's see what stocks you guys are looking at here. Sal says, I have an Oxy call, 67 strike, expires in 2 weeks, he thinks. You think? No, I'm just joking, Sal. Hopefully it expires in 2 weeks, though. Oxy 67 strike. If it expired this week and you were wrong, that would be a big mistake, but 67 strike. I will say 67 is a little bit away, Sal. When did you buy this? Hopefully you bought it last week, because Oxy was looking pretty good down there last week around those lows. It was looking pretty hot. Especially now, you know, last week it wasn't looking quite as hot, you know, necessarily. But at least this morning you saw that nice pop. So hopefully you owned it last week, Sal. That would be absolutely amazing if you owned that last week. Talking about some of the earnings this week, guys. We do have Nova Gold Tuesday. Looking across the board, really nothing crazy. McCormick, Levi's maybe, Tilray on Friday, but other than that, honestly, nothing really crazy here. I don't think we're going to see any market-making movement or anything like that because of all the earnings going on. But yeah, nonetheless, though, the main stuff is the oil plays here. No earnings this week, so don't worry about that. As far as stuff to worry about this week, Oxy and the oil plays are moving up. A lot of this is because it looks like OPEC is considering cutting output by over 1 million barrels per day. If they did cut that output, that would make oil stocks start to fly up. So hopefully that's why Oxy, ZOM, and CVX are moving today. And maybe, who knows, maybe they'll keep up with some good momentum for the next couple weeks if OPEC does cut that production. But we'll have to see what they do. Oil prices are still pretty high in my eyes. I don't know if you guys are thinking oil prices are too high or not either still. It's at 84.24, which is a nice drop down from the highs around 130 or 120. So at least we're down, you know, another $40 or so. But it's still a pretty scary drop there. And you never want to see something quite like that. Let me see if I can do something real quick with this trend line. Oh, I was hoping to maybe get some stats on this. Let's see, maybe I can put them on. So let's see, middle point. Nope. Price labels. Nope. Stats. Here we go. Range? No. There we go. Perfect. Range. All right. We fixed it. All right, so now I'll be able to do this and get exact percentages, which will be great. So from the high there on oil to the low, or where we are now, oil's fallen down around 35%. That's actually a pretty big increase, guys. That's over 1/3 of the price to the downside. So You know, that is a pretty big drop. We probably will get a little bit of a pop back up with oil, considering that was a 35% move down. That was actually pretty insane, but crude oil's keeping up with that momentum today, still pushing CVX and Oxy even higher. Oxy and CVX slowed down a little bit, but crude is still going. It's actually pretty good to continue to see that. We have Meta starting to pop back up, which is great. I hope that this keeps happening. Hey, I'll take that any day of the week if Meta wants to go up. We'll take that. Come on, Meta. Get up there, get up there. Meta, nice. How's the SPY doing? Are we still holding up today? Yeah, it's still holding up, still holding up. Nothing insane. It's starting to look like it might be trying to pull back off now a little bit on the 1 minute chart, but still holding up fairly well for now. Nice, he bought the Oxy call 2 weeks ago. That actually was almost perfect timing, wasn't it? Wow. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Yeah, you might be like right in the middle somewhere, Sal. Hopefully you're winning on it though. Oxy seems like it might be doing pretty good here, so hopefully it keeps moving up for you, get you back up in the green. But if you guys are liking the stream today, of course, don't forget to smash that like button. That would be awesome to see. I'm actually going to make a nice poll here for you guys. All right, let's see what we come up with here. SPY under 380. Okay. All right, guys, I have a pretty good poll here for the SPY here. Let's see where the SPY will end up by Wednesday. You can vote for under 358, somewhere between 358 and 362, or you can pick above 362 if you think the market is going to rise. Go ahead and vote for whatever you guys feel like. The market could very well end up above 362, you know, given that given how crazy the market's been, but that is a solid resistance. 358 is a pretty good support, so you know, let's see where you guys think we'll go here. But yeah, also like I said, don't forget to smash that like button on the stream. That really helps us out too. Sal says, what about Shop? How is that looking? Good old Shopify. I felt like Shopify has been looking pretty good, like it's been getting really close to support, but it just keeps breaking lower and lower. At least today, we're seeing some green come in out of Shopify, so that is really good to see that we're seeing some nice green momentum. I am still worried, though, about a short-term drop. Like, if we continue to see the SPY and these stocks fall down, Shopify will probably fall off. But as far as today goes, it's really liking that 2650 lower support down here. It might be a pretty good play to the upside today, not going to lie. I mean, if it keeps bouncing and if we keep seeing more stocks continue to bounce up like this, I think we could see the market start to pop back ever so slightly. And if that does happen, I think Shopify would be a good stock to help take advantage of that pop up if the SPY holds. So, yeah, I think Shop could be a good one. Up, especially because that double bottom. Now, if Shopify turns over and breaks below 2650, you're just going to have to play it to the downside because kind of like right here on Shopify on September 21st, there was another double bottom right around 30.50. And once we broke that double bottom, Shopify exploded down. I kind of feel like the same way with 26.50 right now. Another good double bottom. If we break that, I think Shopify will start to have an more extended and break off to the downside. But Xbox says they feel like Intel could be a good play. Looks like it looks beat up a little, so maybe a good bounce back up on Intel. You know, that is a good point, and it's been going down for a long time now, Xbox. I feel actually really bad for Intel here. I actually had to let my shares go. I was holding Intel long term and I had to let those shares go at $33 or $34. I had to get rid of it and I got into something else. I actually might have sold it somewhere around 38 or 36. Either way though, I owned it at like 50, so it was a pretty tough one for me on that one. Not a crazy amount of shares though, but just bad play in general. Now, see this big support line right here on Intel at 43.80? I played it up off of that level twice, so I'm still okay on Intel as far as like, I guess you could say like my personal record with Intel goes, but that loss there definitely made my record with Intel a little bit worse. Especially my long-term PL. I bet my long-term PL on Intel went from 5 grand now down to like 2,500. Nothing crazy, but I made like a few grand each time this thing popped up and lost a little bit on this downtrend here, so it's kind of like I won, and then I lost. So I don't know. Still, over the past few years, it's ended up okay on Intel, which is good. But I've been hating that movement in the short term. It's been terrible. Same thing with AMD and Nvidia though. Short-term movement's been killing them even as well. It's been really rough, but yeah, I feel like Intel and some of these chip stocks could be a pretty good play. You're right though. Intel is especially beat up. They got really close to that 25 support too. Yeah, that thing is just so low though. Can't believe it. Cannot believe that chart of Intel, guys. That's like a penny stock. No, I'm just joking. It's moving kind of like Meta, Zoom, and just stocks like that have been just straight down. Just straight down. Look at Zoom today. I mean, more downwards momentum. Is it ever going to stop? Man, I have that woodpecker back again. I don't know if you guys remember this or not. I was having an issue like last week or 2 weeks ago or something. There was like a woodpecker pecking on the side of my house, and he's back at it again today, pecking away. And if he don't stop, I'm gonna have to go out there and show him a thing or two. No, I'm just joking. I'll go out there and I'll yell at him. He'll fly away in the tree and chirp at me like he always does. One of these days, I'm gonna get out the BB gun and really scare him. I'd never shoot him though, of course. I like the birds. I'll just scare him though. Yeah, I like the birds though, not gonna lie. I enjoy them a little bit. This 5-minute chart though of SPY is just all over. Like, are we gonna pick a direction? We're gonna end up above 362, or are we coming back down? Ha, Bushing says he remembers the woodpecker. Yeah, he's still out there. Damn guy. I live like in the woods, so it's pretty common to have like woodpeckers or huge spiders or anything. Xbox says the BB gun or the Smith & Wesson. Oh, you know it'd be the BB gun. Oh, it's the BB gun, don't worry. I can't shoot my own house with a Smith & Wesson. I mean, that wouldn't be good. With my luck, I'd miss the bird and hit the house. That's funny. This is actually one of these woodpeckers, too. Here he is. Yeah, this is him, right? Which one, though? I think he's this one. I think it's this one. But I love these woodpeckers. They're beautiful, though. I see these ones. I have these ones around my house. I have these ones around my house. I get them all over. It's insane. Missouri. Here we go. Yeah, he looks just like this. This is him. That's him right there. Beautiful birds, though. Beautiful birds. Boosting says Black Hunter recurve bow. Xbox says you need more range time. Yeah, I feel you there. Man, Xbox, I'll tell you, for all of the firearms that I own, I definitely do not go to the range enough. That is for sure, Xbox. I probably haven't been to the range in like a year and a half or almost 2 years now, actually. That's how long it's truly been, but pretty insane. Yeah, I'm actually getting kind of into the bows, Bushing. I'm kind of with you. I kind of like the bows lately. But getting back into the market here, we have the QQQ popping back up. Spies pushing up through its high of this morning. Let's go. Let's see where we can end up here. We'll have to see what happens. It's an insane day here. Insane day. Very, very crazy. I bet by the end of the day we'll end back up in the red. No, I'm just joking. Well, today I don't think we will end up red. Maybe close to it though because of how we'll fall down, but look at the way the SPY moves. Like any day we get any type of uptrend, it's just the very next day or even within that own day sometimes moves right back down. I would not get too excited yet about the move up, but hey, I mean, I'll take the green today. Hey, the heat map looks better than usual. Let's take a screenshot of that map. Wow, guys, that heat map looks pretty damn good. And then Tesla just sticks out like the sorest of thumbs I've ever seen. I mean, that is a big sore thumb on Tesla. Like, that is just, what? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane, though. That's an insane move up here with MU, Tesla. Poor Tesla. That sell-off's so crazy. That heat map, I can't believe it just sticks out like that. Oh. What else is selling off down here? Delta Airlines and United Airlines. So the airlines are down today, but oh, Tesla, that's 7%. That news this morning, guys, was just pretty rough. I'll say that. Xbox says, I'm looking to finally get my CHL. I'm attending a class for one on the 12th. Nice. What's that, Xbox? Is that like is CHL like a concealed carry license, or I think they usually call them CCLs where I live. The thing about Missouri Xbox, which is cool, is that I don't even have to have a permit to carry. I have something called right to carry, so I can carry almost anywhere. Not everywhere, but there is some restricted places for me, but yeah, it's pretty funny. CHL. Let's see what it is. Okay, it's like a handgun license. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So where I am, it's called CCL, but I see what you're saying. Concealed handgun license. Okay. Where I am, it's concealed carry license, so that's funny. I know all the states are different, but Boosting says Fed turns soon due to globe strain from the rising dollar. Yeah, I mean, the Feds, they're probably not going to change anything anytime soon, but what the Feds are doing should effectively start to make the dollar go down. like them raising rates, Bushing, should eventually start to drop the dollar down a little bit. So we'll have to see if them raising rates can have a good effect on this or not. But the dollar should start to fall eventually, sometime soon. Yep, sometime soon. Yeah, Bushing, that's a good question though, honestly, because a lot of people keep talking about the Feds lately, and a lot of people are just confused about it. And the main thing is like whenever the Feds start raising rates, it's going to start to combat inflation, but it's going to hurt the jobs and the labor market. And that's what's going to cause the recession or depression or whatever everyone keeps talking about. That's what's going to cause the economic downturn that people mean, is that the Feds are raising rates. It's going to start hurting the jobs market, which is going to hurt everything. It's going to hurt buying houses. It's going to hurt buying. Consumers aren't going to spend as much. There's going to be a lot that goes into it from this. So yeah, it's pretty that's just pretty much how it goes, but it's a tough time, Bushing. It's very tough to try and talk out exactly what the Feds are going to do, but they just keep talking that they're going to keep rates high till inflation comes down. So expect the dollar starting to fall off as inflation starts to fall. It's just the question is when that will happen. It might not even happen in the short term. The dollar and inflation and everything could just keep going up. Bushing though says Tesla calls. Yeah, maybe. We're almost down to the low that I drew the other day. I drew that as a total joke, but it ended up playing out. I mean, it wasn't a joke. I really think that it can move like that, but I didn't think it would happen in one or 2 days. Wow, Xbox says they just bought 18 shares of Intel. Very nice. Very nice, grabbing it at a good time. Nice pickup there. No, I also did not hear about the Tennessee and what they were doing to some of the gun laws. Maybe I did. I thought I heard something about Tennessee recently, but I didn't think it was something with guns. Maybe it was. No, I don't know about that one though. Keisha says where I am, it's called a CCW, concealed carry weapon. You know, I think that's what mine is. Missouri, CC. Oh, mine's CCW too, Keisha. Yeah, concealed carry weapon or whatever. Concealed carry permit is what they call it, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Mine's called the exact same thing, Keisha. That's funny. Oh, in Missouri, you have to... Okay, so apparently you can do online classes for these, but I can't imagine that, to be honest. It says in-person classes, but I know, though, Missouri has something called this, though. And this is what's really cool, guys. Here you go. Constitutional carry. It's called constitutional carry. It is awesome. So it's one of the cool things about Missouri, which is cool. You can do this in a couple states. So a little bit strange. It does say something here about Tennessee. But yeah, it means that you can legally possess a firearm and carry them without any permit, at least as long as you're in your own state. That's a thing. But like it says here, constitutional carry may be conditional, such as in those states that have no laws prohibiting the open carry of a handgun, but which require a permit to carry the handgun concealed. So it's a little bit strange in states. It always differs on a state-by-state deal. So always, of course, look up your own laws and stuff like that regarding the handguns, but that's pretty much how they how those work as far as the constitutional carry. And I know constitutional carry and concealed carry are a little bit different, and people say that in court, if you have a concealed carry permit or a license, that holds up a lot better in court than if you didn't. So I know a lot of that stuff happens with court quite a bit. Says, dude, check SPY. Wow, dang, it is moving up there. Intel was running, AMD was running. We had a few of those chip stocks moving, and yeah, SPY is pushing back to the upside, continuing to go on its nice ascent back up. So far today, having a nice pop back up above 360, holding quite well there at that support. Very interesting. Let's check out the poll numbers here. 11 votes, 45% say between 358 and 362, which is very interesting. I was not expecting that in the poll. 27% say under 358, 27% say above 362. So very nice. A lot of people think we'll just stay within that range here this week, and you know, we very well might. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up and appreciate all the nice comments down below. That's awesome. Yeah, good thing you said SPY there, Bushing. I almost missed it. That's an insane pop. Up above that high of this morning, though. Big jump. Lots of stocks are running, though. Let's check Apple and Microsoft. Yeah, Apple, Microsoft. Is Tesla almost back to green? Oh, no, they're not. They're still down. Zom. Oxy's moving. Oxy's at that high of day again. Skoden. What? I've never heard of Skoden. Very interesting. Corner said something about this in the discussion chat, but wow, that was a nice pop though by these chip stocks, guys. I feel like these really helped the market pop up here this morning. Like AMD, Nvidia, stocks like that are just straight up on fire. Let's see what else we have on fire besides the oil stocks. Yeah, mainly just a lot of the safer, slower movers. Weird. Like Lockheed Martin is up like 2%. Carrier's up. General Dynamics. A lot of the wow, a lot of defense stocks are up today. Yeah, it is pretty big because last week Putin was talking about going nuclear and all this crazy stuff, and today, like Lockheed Martin and General Dynamics and Northrop, those stocks are starting to pop back up in some pretty nice ways. So pretty interesting there. See it doing that. Yeah, let me know what stocks you guys want to see and we can check those out. Derek says Tesla to the upside. That would be a very tough one today. I will say, though, if the market keeps going up, I would expect Tesla to, you know, follow along at least a little bit, but they've had some tough news today, Derek. Actually, some extremely tough news. I'll be right back, guys. Just give me 1 or 2 seconds. Need to take a couple big breaths and get a drink of water. I will be right back. Just give me a minute or two. I'll leave Tessie here up on the screen for you guys, though. I think that'll be a nice, fun one. Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. I am back. Had to go grab some water from the fridge really quick there. But while I was gone, Tesla didn't really do anything. It just stayed the same. SPY, same thing pretty much. Didn't really move too much in an up or down way yet. Obviously, this morning, though, it's up quite a bit. I just meant while I was gone, of course. But hey, good morning, Corbin. And good morning, everybody who I haven't talked to yet this morning. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic day. And if you guys had a good weekend or did anything crazy, let me know. And maybe we can talk about that for a little while. I actually had to take a trip down to the Lake of the Ozarks this weekend because my girlfriend's family lives down there. So I took a nice trip down there, and yeah, it was a pretty good time. Pretty good. Last time I went down there, I actually got COVID, so this time was a lot better than last time. We'll just say that. I actually got the COVID like on my way down there in the car, and then had to drive 3 hours there with the COVID, and then was down there all weekend, missing out on the fun with COVID, and then I had to drive home with COVID again. It was fun because the COVID didn't go away for like 2 weeks, believe it or not, but it was pretty crazy. But don't forget to vote in the poll, guys. We have, it says somewhere around 20 concurrent viewers or 18 or something like that. We only have 12 votes, so please vote in the poll for the SPY if you want to. Of course, you don't have to, but if you would like to, it would be pretty cool to see that. And like I said, any fun things over the weekend, just let me know. But yeah, as far as stocks, guys, just throw out the tickers. Let me know any good day trades running up with some good momentum. Maybe we'll find some nice plays, some nice breakouts somewhere along the line here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do something really quick, guys. Hang on 1 second. That SPY is still moving. Ha. About DraftKings, guys. No one asked about DraftKings yet today. Well, uh-oh. Must mean he's going crazy. Can you guys hear that? In the background? Gotta close that out. Sorry about that. I was trying to find which tab that was on. Had like a Facebook open up in the background to like post for stocked up and stuff like that, and kept getting messages on there. Sorry for the weird sound that kept coming through there, but hey, Tesla FSD says what people are missing on Tesla is that the production was good, but that they had to ship thousands of cars and just didn't make it on time to be included in Q3. But all cars produced are sold. This is big opportunity. I know, I honestly didn't feel like the news was that bad, Tesla. I really didn't. And Keisha, as far as the Tesla news that you missed, they had some delivery numbers that were pretty bad. Now, the thing was that they produced 365,000 vehicles, but they only delivered 343,000. Now, they were expected to deliver 364,000, so they missed by like 20K plus on those deliveries, which isn't that much considering how much vehicles were produced, but honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, it really isn't. And like he's saying, all of them produced are already bought, kind of. So, honestly, I think it's not that bad either for Tesla. I can't believe they're going down as much as they are off of this news. Now, what I will say is that Tesla's probably just going down because of just negative market sentiment. there's just a lot of negative sentiment in the market in general. Obviously, right now with rising interest rates, inflation being so high, consumers are going to quit spending as much, which means Tesla, their outlook might go down a little bit. So we'll have to see. But I feel like just negative market sentiment is more of a factor for Tesla than these production numbers are. But obviously, the headline is the production numbers as well. So, you know, the media is going to push what the media is going to push, right? So they're going to push this, and that's all we can really do. That's it. It sucks whenever the media starts pushing stuff like that FSD. I hate that. They try to like push a certain narrative, you know. That's the issue. But yeah, I have a little while left on the stream, guys. If you guys want to see any stocks, just let me know. Of course, don't forget to vote in that poll. We have 13 total votes now. Seems pretty like a decent poll on the SPY. Maybe see some. Wow, we're still seeing nice uptrend with the SPY here right now. Still moving up. Going crazy right now. Wow, that is just insane movement, guys. That SPY is just running up. I bet, I bet there's something like the banks today pushing this up. Like look at those banks. Those are looking really hot today. Really good. Now, it's not like they're super explosive. Like, they're not overly explosive, but JP Morgan is holding up pretty damn strong. I mean, that's a very strong hold by them. Wells Fargo's holding. Bank of America's looking extremely good. We'll take that. I mean, that's going to really help out the market. And most of my watch list is green now today, which is great. Whenever we first started, a lot of it was red. So, good thing to see a lot of these stocks came back and move back up. What is E? Why do I have this on my watch list? Maybe it's supposed to be ENPH. Nope. Great. Now I lost one. Now I lost another one. Keep losing. Thinkorswim has like the worst watch list stuff. It keeps like making me lose. Like if you click on one of the tickers in your watch list and then it like switches or something right away, it's gonna like freeze up and take one of your stocks on there away. Now it took one of mine away. I'm upset. But nonetheless, though, that doesn't affect anything really going on too much. Just my watch list. I'll never know what it took away though, because there's so many stocks. I'll only figure it out one day randomly, probably. Nope, I'll never know it. But SPY's still ripping, guys. I mean, it's having an amazing trade today, almost like a good day trade. I actually threw this in my free day trading, as my free day trading play in the Discord. I said if the SPY broke out above 362, it could be a really good play. Yeah. Come on, somebody buy and sell. Come on, SPY. SPY's looking so hot here, guys. It's looking so good. Give me one sec here. Gotta do something real quick. How dare them? Messed up my stuff. There we go. Beautiful, Thinkorswim. Perfect. Okay. Bitcoin. Boosting says to check out Bitcoin, BTC, USD. Sorry about that, guys. Had to do something in the Discord real quick. But yeah, 1.84% on BTC today. See that daily. Man, that daily on Bitcoin is insane how low it is. I just cannot believe how low it is. Really close to lows, but wow. That is just insane to see it down there as much as it is. Wow, that's pretty nuts there. Can't believe that. You get Bitcoin right now under 20,000 a coin. Haven't been able to say that in a while, have you? Well, you know, not since this June, but you know what I mean. When you look at that on like a super long-term chart, it looks insane. Yeah, like this. There we go. That low from the last drop on Bitcoin went down to 3,200 or like $3,000. That was another insane drop for the time. Wow. You can see how long that play took to work out. It took like 2 or 3 years to finally start breaking back up. So guys, I'm not expecting Bitcoin to do anything anytime soon. I'm going to expect a nice drawn out couple of years. That's what I'm looking for there. A nice drawn out couple years. That's just insane to even look at with Bitcoin, guys. Like, I can't even believe that that's even happening right now, but that just goes to show you how insane the market has been and how volatile it can get. But wow. Top 5 things to watch this week. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday's YouTube video or not, but the top 5 things are going to be the September employment report. We do have a lot of Fed speakers speaking this week as well, which can be pretty big. I don't think that's going to be too big, though. They're saying UK market turmoil, whatever. I don't care about them. And then OPEC meeting. So this OPEC meeting Wednesday, guys, is going to be very important for the oil plays like ZOM, Oxy, and stocks like that. So keep that on the radar. Looks like these oil plays might have hit a bit of a high of day intraday. So watch out for that. But yeah, pretty interesting with ZOM and Oxy and those stocks right there. But yeah, just insane day so far. SPY's been all over the place. It's been up a lot though. So glad to see it moving up rather than down. That's definitely going to help out the portfolio, especially if Meta, DraftKings, Kraft, stocks like that, if those things stay green, we'll be A-okay. So have a great rest of your day, guys. It's been a pretty good morning. I appreciate you joining up. Derek, Bushing, Tesla, Corbin, Keisha, Xbox, Sal, of course, BP, Jamie, George, all of you guys. I hope I didn't forget anybody, but thank you all for joining up. So thank you for voting in the poll too. We got 13 votes. 53% voted that we'd stay between 358 and 362 this week. So let's see what happens. Hopefully it starts to slow down here sometime soon. But yeah, thank you guys for joining up. Bushing says, could the Russell ever outpace the SPY or QQQ? Or do the stocks just graduate to the other indexes? That is a good question there, Bushing. They can actually be in multiple indexes, I believe. So like, I think you can be in the S&P and the Dow. Unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure I've seen stocks in both of them, of course. But I know what you're saying. You can definitely graduate up. Let's see, as far as outpacing, I mean, I would, like, let's see here. So between November 1st of 2020 to the high, went up quite a bit. Let's go see QQQ. November 1st, 2020. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close as far as percentages go. I know exactly what you're talking about, though, Bushing, because I get what you mean. It doesn't have the same chart movement. It doesn't have the same pattern. It doesn't move quite the way the QQQ and SPY do. It also doesn't move the same way Dow does. So I definitely see what you're saying there, Bushing. It seems like it has more like bigger drops maybe when it happens. And that's just because those growth stocks are affected so much. So that the main thing is it probably won't ever outpace them in the long term, because in a longer term basis, those growth stocks just tend to fail more often than bigger stocks that are in the S&P 500 and the Dow and stuff like that. But I will say IWM in the short term, I feel like can have some really big jumps, bigger than other indices can in the short term, because again, while that longer term movement affects them negatively because a lot of those stocks end up failing, a lot of times in the short term, a lot of those stocks like to bounce up a ton. Like you'll see 100%, 200% move sometimes. So I think that's pretty big there as far as the Russell goes, Bushing. It's more shorter term, I'd say, but I hope that answered your question there. And Derek said Tesla was forming a nice head and shoulders pattern. Let's go see. On the 5-minute or the daily, Derek? It kind of looks like on the daily I see a bit of one forming. Honestly, big head up here, shoulders right here around 300 bucks. Pretty big. Pretty bad looking too. Like it looks like I could see Tesla come down to like 140. I hate to say that, but I could see Tesla hitting 140, guys. Wow, you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but yeah, I think 140 is a target. No joke. If this head and shoulders pattern on the daily plays out right, like it is, it will be 140. If it plays out right. But it might not even be in that type of pattern. You know, these stocks have a mind of their own, and who knows, we might see some crazy news come out that could change things. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up, though. It's been a pretty good day, I'd say. The heat map's looking a hell of a lot better. Let's refresh it. Hell yeah, there we go. Really good day. Besides this one is very, very negative today. But thank you guys for joining up. Pretty good day. I appreciate it. Let's kill it today. If you guys would do me a favor on tonight's YouTube video, please watch the video through. That really helps us out whenever the video gets watched through. And we will give some awesome plays towards the end. You know, some of those day trades and the momentum plays that we post in there actually do very, very well. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Of course, I will always be in Discord if you need anything before then.